Aloha and welcome. My name is Taylor Norris, and I'm the creator of Flower of Healing Reiki, unifying holistic health and spiritual awakening, helping you, empowering you to upgrade your frequency so you can upgrade your entire reality. In today's video, I am sharing with you my number one tip to get rid of negative entities and spirit attachments once and for all. It's time to say goodbye. This video is inspired by a recent discovery of mine that one of my most popular, most viewed videos on YouTube is a guided meditation to get rid of spirit attachments and negative entities. I had no idea that was the case, that people were really watching it, using it, enjoying it. It's a guided meditation, and the technique comes from a Holy Fire Reiki Master training technique called the Spirit Release. And it's very, very powerful, very effective technique that really works. I worked with this technique on myself, and pretty much in every single other session I did for over a year, I found the need to really use this technique. And I can say with full confidence that Reiki does, in fact, heal and release into the light completely any type of spirit attachment or negative entity that I've ever come across, that it's done in the authority of love and compassion, and is so inviting and appealing and win-win to whatever that negative energy is, that there is no sense of battle or war or conflict or violently pulling it out. It's simply enveloped into the light and has such a more amazing opportunity to ascend into higher consciousness and to finally feel that unconditional love and peace and be at rest. Reiki most certainly heals this sort of thing. Another reason I was surprised to see this meditation so, loved by other people was that I have not used that technique in a long time now. And I've noticed in my own aura a complete absence, total lack of any type of negative entity or spirit attachment for some time. In client sessions, I often will become aware that a spirit release is happening, but I'm not actually having to actively read through the technique and do it, facilitate it. I simply become aware that Reiki energy is directly doing it, or a brother and sister of the light is doing it. A guide is using Reiki energy to do that for the other person. So that's been really cool. And this brings me to my number one tip on how to get rid of these things once and for all, is to actually shift the focus and not be so focused on the negative entity, the spirit attachment, however you want to word it, whatever kind of language resonates for what exactly that is and what it means. To really not be so focusing with that single-minded focus on, releasing it or getting rid of it, is to actually shift to focusing on that which you want to reveal, that which you want to embody, that which you want to empower. This is such an amazing, significant shift. I cannot recommend it enough. It is a game changer shift to not only be aware of what needs to be let go and released and healed. That's wonderful. Please be aware of that. And that's good. To not be, we get into a spiritual bypassing type of conversation. However, to only be focused on that is to almost energize it to the exclusion of just energizing it, almost making it this, polarity dynamic that can be a bit of a gridlock, right? Can become a bit of a rut. Whereas to also at least equally be focusing on the reveal, that which you want to reveal in yourself, your authentic self, your true nature, these higher qualities of embodiment, of being this higher frequency on the inside, which then of course creates a higher frequency reality on the outside. And that which you want to empower, receiving that empowerment of yourself, you then become a place, a human form, human vehicle location. Your aura becomes a location where spiritual, negative spirit attachments and these sorts of things, negative entities, you're not even gonna be on their radar. It's just not, it's not a match, focusing on that reveal and empower. And what's even better is, not just that they're not there, the negative is not there, but actually the aura, the human vehicle location becomes, much more receptive to higher consciousness and higher frequencies and the sorts of cosmic assistance that is attracted to the purity of light and the purity of goodness and the purity of such a high frequency being in a human form. So this is absolutely magnificent, changing the focus from, only on the spirit attachment or that which needs to be released and healed and let go, to also at least focusing equally on that revealing and that empowering. This is a big deal. So I also wanted to share that along with healing these negative entities, spirit attachments, also the release and the healing of conditioning, limiting beliefs, attitudes, habits, unhealthy relationship dynamics, unhealthy or negative self-perception, subtler and subtler things we carry that block our highest good. Reiki does indeed heal and release all of this completely, and it empowers that higher consciousness, that higher frequency. And for me personally, it was such a game changer to begin really focusing with such laser beam focus on raising my frequency with greater self-awareness and more time in Reiki. Cannot emphasize that enough. Spending more time in the energy, working with Reiki in any and all ways I felt guided to do so. And increasingly, this helped to uplift my thoughts, my words, my communications, my actions, to actually be a vibrational match with what I really want to create and what is my inner truth, what is my authentic self, my highest good, and the infinite possibilities, not being limited by conditioning and outside influences for who I am and what my life is going to be about. The more you can receive self-Reiki, receive Reiki in a session with another practitioner, do Reiki techniques either for yourself or from another practitioner, receive Reiki energy upgrades. These all really assist with this process so much. I cannot stress it enough how much additional benefit and really that big shift in consciousness happened when I really started engaging in all of these different ways with the energy, not simply just giving sessions to others, for example, but actually really receiving more. This is huge, is to be receiving more as well. That so much of the revealing and the empowerment comes in the receiving. And then of course, in that receiving. It's receiving of higher consciousness, not, all these distorted beings and things. It's receiving the higher consciousness and embodying that and integrating that. So if this is sounding like something you're ready for, I want to invite you to an opportunity to raise your frequency using Reiki energy, and specifically using a new Reiki energy called the Flower of Healing, which I am being guided to develop into a system of Reiki right here and now that I'm using in self-Reiki one-on-one sessions with others, generating all of these techniques I use in one-on-one sessions as well as group sessions, and eventually teaching a class, empowering other practitioners so that the energy is received in an attunement. I invite you to upgrade your frequency, to upgrade your reality. I am sharing the Flower of Healing Sattva technique, healing the root cause of disease by remembering our true nature. And disease, of course, can mean physical illness, but it also can be mental illness. It can be any kind of dis-ease, anything that is not with ease. And if you're someone who likes to get to the root cause of things, I know I certainly am. That's what this technique does all the way. The technique will be given live on the first quarter moon, Thursday, August 4th, from 9 to 10 a.m. Hawaii time. It will be recorded and sent to all participants within 24 hours. So it is not needed for you to be there live to receive the full benefits of the technique. And with the recording, it's something you can listen to again and again and repeat every day or as often as you need to. A lot of these techniques, any of them can be used this way, and kind of like you do a sadhana with the technique. You use it again and again until you feel like you really got it. And the benefits really are very powerful this way. Sattva is a Sanskrit word. It's an ancient word that means light, goodness, and purity. And guess what envelops any and all darkness, shadow, negative entity, spirit attachment, and heaviness of any kind? Light, goodness, and purity do. Sattva envelops any of these lower frequencies and restores perfect balance and perfect wholeness that is each of our true nature. Sattva is an emotional or mental state wherein the mind is at peace. Sattva is the perfect balance of energy, yang type of energy, and stability, that yin, that calm, that relax, that structure and holding. We all need energy. We all need to get up and go, and we all need stability. We're being given a lot of energy with these transits, and we need stability right now. Uranus and Taurus, we need stability. And we need evolution. So Sattva is a force, a quality that promotes and facilitates evolution in consciousness. Conscious evolution of the soul. And I want to read to you a piece from an article in the Ayurveda college that describes what Sattva is, because I think it is absolutely what we need right now in these days and times when the external 3D reality can look so very chaotic, maybe more chaotic than it's ever looked before. A Sattvic individual is unattached to the physical world. Their minds are at peace and they appear happy and content. Through clarity of the mind, the Sattvic person sees nothing to be angry about, nothing to be sad about, and nothing to fear. There is only unconditional love and absolute faith. Just like the lake when it is clear, pure, and still, the light of the stars and the moon are reflected off of it. So too is our true nature, a spirit revealed. When our mind is clear, pure, and still, the light of God is reflected through it. The light of the cosmos is reflected through it. The light of all that is reflected through a clear, pure, and still mind. Sattva is the principle of clarity, wideness, and peace, the force of love that unites all things together. Sattva body and mind are less likely to suffer from any kind of dis-ease and more able to abide in a pure state of balance. Flower of Healing Reiki reveals authentic health, authentic wealth, authentic well-being, these aspects of our pure human nature. Now is a time more than ever to reveal and empower pure human nature. Thank you for being on this conscious soul evolution journey. You can find the details about the technique below and how to sign up and receive it on my website, taylornorrisreiki.com. Thank you so much for caring about the well-being of the earth and humanity and far, far beyond. Thank you for shining your light and radiating your love. You matter. This matters a great deal and is assisting in the balance of the earth and humanity and far, far beyond. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Mahalo. Empowering you to upgrade your frequency and upgrade your reality.